Right now, we could be in for multiple inches of snow tomorrow as a winter storm moves into southern Wisconsin. We have the latest radar and how the city is preparing for the upcoming weather.
Also, tragedy in Sun Prairie after two young boys fall through the ice in a retention pond. What the family is telling us. And
later, you see it more often than not these days, tipping what some are saying about the increase, why some are feeling more pressure to do so. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 6. Well, get your shovels and your snow blowers ready. The first big winter storm of the season is almost here. It's expected to start later tonight and keep coming throughout tomorrow. Along with gusty winds, many of us could get several inches of snow, leading to poor road conditions. This is a live look at the Beltline near John Nolan Drive. For now, roads are clear, but it will look different within the next 24 hours. For the latest on what to expect, let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Charlotte, this is definitely the calm before the storm. Skies have been cloudy all day, but we haven't seen any precipitation. That will change over the next few hours. We do have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast for tomorrow into tomorrow night. This is for about a 6 to 10 inch snowfall for most of us. There could be some isolated higher amounts, especially over southwestern Wisconsin, but all of southern Wisconsin is going to be affected. It also will be windy, and that could lead to some blowing and drifting of snow. And this will be from late this evening through early on Wednesday morning. Snowfall potential right now, we're looking at a general 6 to 9 or 10 inch snowfall through southern Wisconsin. Heaviest amounts right now appear to be just south and west of Madison. Perhaps a few areas around 10 to 11, maybe as much as 12 inches of snow, but hard to tell until the actual bands of snow set up. Winter weather advisories in effect for south central and southeastern Wisconsin for this evening. That is for the lighter snow, and then winter storm warnings for the heavier snow are in effect for all day tomorrow into tomorrow night for all of southern Wisconsin. The snow right now developing pretty quickly now across Iowa and Illinois, spreading northward. As we zoom in and take a look at 6-hour future track radar, over the next 6 hours, that snow spreads from south to north, and notice when it starts, it doesn't stop. It just continues on. Future track snowfall, this is through early tomorrow morning for the first round of snow tonight. Probably about 1 to 2, maybe locally 3 inches of snow over southwestern Wisconsin, but the heavier snow will be later tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. Current temperatures right now, Madison, 32 degrees. Temperatures right around freezing through most of southern Wisconsin, 33 in Middleton, 33 in Cross Plains, 33 in Verona. So it'll be a sticky wet snow because temperatures will hold nearly steady. And we do have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast for Friday for another storm system. This could bring several inches of snowfall, but also more significant blowing and drifting because it'll be a light powdery snow and the winds will be stronger for this storm beginning late Thursday night and lasting into Saturday morning. For this evening, look for snow to develop from south to north. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the lower 30s. Again, most of the heavier snow accumulation will be during the day tomorrow. We'll time that out for you to see how quickly the snow will end later tomorrow night in just a few minutes.
The upcoming snowfall has prompted many communities to issue winter weather or snow emergencies.
Now that as they prepare for tomorrow's storm, our Jalen Banks has what Madison plans to do to combat the snowfall. Jalen?
In the next few hours, we should start seeing snow plows and trucks hitting the streets and roads throughout Madison. The roads that will be getting the early and most attention are the ones that make up about 40% of all traffic lanes in the city. Those include roads such as East Washington, Mineral Point, Northport, and many others.
We're going to do our best to keep up with this really intense, heavy, wet snow, keep those main thoroughfares open, and then once we get that opportunity, once the snowstorm gives us that opportunity to plow everything else off, then we'll transition right into that as soon as we can.
Johnson says plowing for residential areas and streets likely won't happen until it reaches the end of the storm. And to keep up with the plowing progress and when those neighborhoods will start seeing the plows, he said that you can go to thecityofmadison.com/winter to get all those updates so you know that the times that they'll be getting into your neighborhoods as the storm progresses. Reporting in Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Jalen, thank you. Now, the snowplows won't only be in action here in Madison. Our Maddie Heimsch spoke with Rock County officials about the impending snow and what they're doing to prepare.
She's live in Beloit now with updates on the weather a little south of here. Maddie?
I'm here in Beloit off the I-3990 interchange. We haven't seen any snow yet here in Rock County, but we should build up 2 to 3 inches overnight tonight, much like in Dane County. The heavier snow is definitely going to come tomorrow, accumulating several more inches. I spoke with the Rock County Emergency Management Director, Kevin Wernett, who told me Rock County and the cities within the county are geared up to handle the event. He says while the snowplows will be in full force, drivers have the most control over their safety on the road.
One of the biggest things you can do is drive distraction-free, right? If you're on your cell phone, if you're texting, those kind of things that in these kind of conditions can amplify an even worse habit and be a safety issue for other drivers on the road.
Wernett had other warnings for Rock County residents, including staying home if possible, creating an emergency kit to keep in your car, bringing pets inside, keeping distance from snowplows on the road, and keeping up to date with weather online. He reminds residents to seek their weather and city works information only from official city pages. We'll be back tonight on News 3 Now at 10 with more from officials as the snow starts to fall here in Rock County. Live in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And for the latest on tomorrow's storm, make sure you have our First Warn weather app. With it, you will have the latest up-to-date radar and traffic conditions. You can also find the latest school closings on there as well. The app is free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather.
And with this first major snowfall expected, the American Heart Association reminding people with heart problems, take it easy when clearing your driveways and sidewalks. This is going to be heavy, wet snow, and while shoveling a little snow may not seem like much, heavy amounts and cold temps increases the workload on your heart. The impact greatest on those who are the least fit. To help make snow removal safer, they say take frequent breaks, use a smaller shovel so you lift smaller amounts, and when possible, simply push the snow off instead.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice is identifying the officers involved in a Monona police chase that ended in the death of 3 people. Officials say Sergeant Adam Nachreiner of the Monona Police Department tried to stop a suspicious vehicle that was driving recklessly on January 1st. Sergeant Jonathan Matz of the Dane County Sheriff's Office used a spike strip during the pursuit. The vehicle later crashed. All 3 people inside died at the scene. Both Matz and Nachreiner were put on administrative leave. Well, breaking news tonight, the family of the 2 children who fell through ice in Sun Prairie on Friday evening tell us today that both children have died.
Our Catherine Merck spoke to them for the first time today and joins us live now from Sun Prairie. Catherine?
An aunt and a father of one of the 2 boys tells me that the pair was dropped off after school, and then on their way home, they fell into the pond behind me here on Friday evening. The parents tell me that there's not a very large barrier surrounding the pond, and they believe that's the cause of their unspeakable pain.
I'm angry, heartbroken, numb, devastated, everything. I mean, words can't really explain.
It's difficult for this family to express the magnitude of their loss.
This is unspeakable. Like, this is the horriblest feeling to have on this earth, to lose 2 kids.
The older of the 2 boys, 8-year-old Legend, died over the weekend. 6-year-old Antoine died just hours before the family spoke to us for the first time.
Everybody prayed, hoping and praying that we could have something out of them, but we just didn't. Just didn't.
The family remembers the pair for who they were, young boys exploring the world around them.
They loved doing activities, loved sports. I mean, they loved each other. They were brothers that were, it's 5 of them, 5 siblings, so they were the closest, with the brothers, and they just loved doing everything together.
The family says the pond that the children fell doesn't have much protection around it. The family believes a barrier could have prevented their tears.
We need to end this. We need to end this actually today, where they fence every pond in that's at apartment complexes, if it's at a park where kids can have access to, so we never have to go through this again.
As this family mourns the 2 boys, their loss can perhaps only be described in these few words from a grieving father.
It's the worst pain I ever felt in my life.
A spokesperson with the city of Sun Prairie told me that ponds like this are required to have what's called rather a safety shelf. The city told me that this pond behind me here does have that. However, the family tells me that that's not enough. The city also tells me that they have a meeting scheduled for 4 o'clock tomorrow night where they plan to discuss and perhaps enhance some of the safety measures in places like this. Reporting live in Sun Prairie, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, the American Red Cross calls for help as its blood supply hits critically low levels.
Plus, people living in northern Wisconsin get an early morning surprise over the weekend. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Steinhaffel's New Year's sale starts now. Ring in the new year with the latest styles for every room in the house. Save up to $800 on living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. And with Steinhaffel's 60-month financing, your new room just got more affordable. But don't wait, because these deals won't last long. The New Year's sale at Steinhaffel's. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you equipped with quality tools and project supplies because we get you. Whether you're a hardworking pro or an ambitious DIYer, we get you what you need to get the job done. Right now, save on these 4 packs of DeWalt batteries, $179. $10 off these 250-foot rolls of indoor wire. Plus, trade in any used power or hand tool for exclusive trade-in savings on select DeWalt tools and accessories. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather, where you'll find out first with Madison's certified most accurate forecast.
Look for just a bit of a drop in temperatures for the latter part of the week.
Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day.
We will start to see some of these showers and storms flare up.
And alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, Madison's certified most accurate team, keeping you ahead of the storms.
After 5 decades on the road, News 3 Now's Traveler is calling it a wrap.
You've done so many stories.
Thousands. And 3 or 4 good books.
I'm talking to the dynamic duo who made TV magic. Thursday at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Many people in northern Wisconsin got a scare yesterday when a 2.5 magnitude earthquake struck the Crandon area. This quake hit around 7 o'clock in the morning. Those who were awake at the time say it sounded like a loud boom. Many say the earthquake lasted about 30 seconds and it was not your usual movement you get from the ground. This is the first earthquake that's hit northern Wisconsin since March of 2012. When a 1.5 magnitude earthquake rattled Waupaca County.
Well, the American Red Cross urging people to give blood. This as the national supply now reaches critically low levels. Officials say the number of people giving blood has fallen to a 20-year low. Due to the shortage, the Red Cross has had to limit the shipment of type O blood in hospitals in recent weeks. You can make an appointment to donate or find a blood drive by using the Red Cross Blood Donor app or visiting redcrossblood.org. Those who donate blood, platelets, or plasma this month will be automatically entered for a chance to win tickets to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. After the break, has tipping gotten out of hand?
When we come back, how people in our area are feeling about the growing culture of tipping and a restaurant that's bucking the trend.
And how much snow should you expect in your area? Gary's back with a complete forecast after the break.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Get bone-in pork shoulder roast, just $1.48 a pound. Marie Callender's bowls or Healthy Choice steamers, just $1.88. And buy 2, get 2 free on select Coke products. Only at Hy-Vee.
Brothers Maine has been family-owned since 1938. Some of us were born into this family, and others chose to join through the years. Now, we know you can't replace family, but you can replace appliances, and Brothers Maine is here for you when one breaks down. Our in-house team has delivered ranges to washers to refrigerators to hectic households in a pinch, oftentimes the next day. Just because an appliance breaks down doesn't mean you have to. We're not big box. We're Brothers Maine, and we want you to feel like family here.
Save big money on your next flooring update at Menards. Enhance the beauty of your home with Mohawk laminate flooring. It's durable and easy to install, making it the perfect choice for active lifestyles. Splash Armor water-resistant laminate flooring is $189 per square foot. Add comfort to your living space with new carpet from Marquee Industries. Attached pad backing makes for an easy, do-it-yourself project. Stargazer carpet is just $149 per square foot.
Save big money at Menards.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Save every day with Hy-Vee Perks prices. Campbell's Chunky or Well Yes soup. Hy-Vee Perks price $1.99. Fresh Express salad. Hy-Vee Perks price $1.48. And Ore-Ida potatoes. Hy-Vee Perks price $4.99. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
Well, if you've noticed more and more businesses asking for tips these days, you are not alone.
Our Kyle Pozorski dove into its rise and shares with us what he found.
Well, as people transition away from carrying cash, businesses have needed to adapt, asking for tips using technology where you can choose to tap for your tip. But while it's more convenient than ever, people I spoke with say the prevalence of tipping has come to a tipping point. Taking a look online, you might get the impression that tipping has gone too far, becoming a sort of internet inside joke.
Thank you so much for your purchase. I'm just going to spin this iPad around.
To find the reason why, I ventured out onto State Street hoping to hear from people about what they're seeing.
You know, there's so many things you can tip on nowadays.
Self-checkouts, I don't tip on.
If I'm paying you for the service already, and this is what you're charging me, and it's what it's worth, I don't think I should be forced to tip you, you know, but that's to each his own.
Overwhelmingly, it is a feeling of pressure at every checkout that has some people saying they're tired of being asked to tip. This man and his family, visiting from Mexico, say the expectation to tip in the United States was a bit of a culture shock.
We were totally surprised when we saw that the machine, the tablet, asked us for a tip when nobody took our order, actually, at a McDonald's.
Even lifelong Americans say they can't avoid those pesky tip screens.
They pull it up on the screen, turn it around, and just expect a tip for that, especially when it's not service-oriented. It's way too much to ask for.
New research suggests these feelings of pressure are not alone. According to the Pew Research Center, around 7 in 10 adults say tipping is expected in more places today than it was 5 years ago. While many agree that the tipping phenomenon has escalated in recent years, it's hard to draw a line for who deserves a tip. Catherine, a service worker of 2 years, was conflicted when asked what professions should get a tip.
That's a great question, because I wouldn't want to tip an oil mechanic for changing my oil, but I would consider that a service.
But is this just a case of people complaining? Cliff Robb, a professor of consumer science at UW-Madison, says it's not, but rather a reflection of the fact that tipping is now everywhere.
In the sense that it's just become more ubiquitous in the sense of like tip requesting.
But there is good news for those opposed to tipping. In Madison, a Willie Street restaurant is bucking the trend.
I saw this place driving by, and here we are.
Sultan Ahmed started his Punjabi and South Asian restaurant on the Near East Side just over a year ago, a place where tipping is not allowed. In a recent post on Facebook, Sultan spelled out his specific problems with tipping, saying it's rooted in racism.
It was a very, aristocracy tipping the laborers who they thought were beneath them type of vibe. And that's just, that's not a legacy we care to perpetuate.
How are you trying to go against that, I guess?
Yeah, I think people should just be paid what they're worth. Like, if you're working full-time at a job, you should make enough to live.
Despite Sultan's efforts to rid the world of tipping, it doesn't seem like they're going away anytime soon. In that case, maybe I should start asking for a tip in every news report.
That's not a bad idea, Kyle. Okay, so is there a reason that we can point to why people are feeling more pressure to tip?
Well, it basically comes down to what the professor was saying, where now you have a lot more people, where the technology has advanced, where it's on these tablets, as opposed to where it used to be in a jar, where it was kind of an afterthought. Now it's in the forefront of every conversation you have when you try to buy something.
Certainly something everybody faces every day when they buy stuff. All right, Kyle, thank you. Yeah. All right, I know who's going to need a huge tip tomorrow. He's been giving us a tip for a week on this weather system coming our way. Gary?
Maybe the tip would be going ahead and plowing my driveway. That'd be very nice, Eric. You live very close. This is a big winter storm, no doubt about it. Winter storm warnings are in effect from the southern portion of Canada right through Madison, and then blizzard warnings in effect for the western portion of this storm. Most of the central Midwest is going to be affected by this major winter storm. Snow starts overnight, continues through tomorrow night, winds down early on Wednesday morning. Storm totals probably 6 to 10 inches or more. The favored areas for the higher amounts might be over southwestern Wisconsin. Light snow Wednesday night could bring an inch or two of accumulation, and then another snow system Friday into Saturday morning could bring accumulating snow and strong winds, and it'd be a fine powdery snow that'll be blown around by those strong winds, and that could lead to significant blowing and drifting, and that's going to be followed by bitter cold weather for early parts of next week. First warned weather alert day, we've had it in the forecast since last week at this time. Well, all of southern Wisconsin is going to be affected. Again, 6 to 10 inches of snow along with the windy conditions, mainly from late this evening through early on Wednesday morning. Snow is starting to spread northward out of Iowa and Illinois towards southern Wisconsin. The leading edge not quite reaching the ground, but taking a look at future track beginning at 9 p.m. The snow starting to get in around Platteville. By the time we get to midnight, you can see most of southern Wisconsin, including Madison, seeing snow. It continues to snow overnight. Light snow tonight. Temperatures right around freezing, so it'll be a sticky, wet snow. 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, more snow. Maybe some heavier bands in there as we start getting into latter parts of Tuesday morning into early Tuesday afternoon. That's when most of the accumulating snow will be, but most of it will be a light to moderate snow, falling at a rate of about maybe a ½ inch per hour or so. Temperatures low to mid 30s, 3 p.m. tomorrow, the snow continuing. But as we get towards 6 p.m., notice the back edge starting to get close to the Mississippi River. By 9 p.m., the snow just ending just west of Madison, and by the time we get to midnight, we're down to just a couple of flurries, at least at that point. Total snowfall, again, heaviest snows probably just west of Madison over southwestern Wisconsin. Some areas may see 10, 11, maybe 12 inches of snow. General 6 to 9 inches elsewhere, but you know the impact is going to be the same whether you get 10 inches or 6 inches. It's going to be a major winter storm. And across the rest of the Midwest, you can see even into northern Wisconsin some light snow there. So if you're traveling to the south toward Chicago, traveling north into central Wisconsin, you're going to be facing a pretty significant winter storm. Then we have a first warned weather alert day in the forecast for Friday. This is for several inches of snowfall. Right now, the computer models are still trying to figure that out, but there'll be strong winds and significant blowing and drifting snow is a possibility because this will be a lighter snow that won't be as sticky, so it'll be blown around quite a bit, and this will be from later Thursday night through Saturday night. One of the computer models, the European computer model, shows the potential for about 2 to 4 inches of snow, maybe a little bit more in some spots. The GFS computer model, a little bit higher, maybe kind of on the order of this storm, but either way, the snow is going to be blown around, and that's going to lead to problems. Winter weather advisories for the lighter snow overnight for south central and southeastern Wisconsin, and then winter storm warnings all day tomorrow into tomorrow night for all of southern Wisconsin as well as northern Illinois and eastern Iowa. Planning your night across Dane County, 33 for the low in Oregon, 33 in Marshall, 33 into Forest with steady snow overnight. Rest of southern Wisconsin, 33 for the low in Lone Rock, 33 Prairie du Chien, 33 in Camp Douglas. You get the idea. We're going to be right around freezing. Tomorrow, Madison's high 34 degrees. Occasional snow. Could be heavy at times, especially from late morning into the afternoon hours. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Wednesday, most of the day dry. Some light snow late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night. Could bring an inch or two. Thursday will be dry. Then the snow Thursday night into Friday, ending Saturday morning. It also will be windy in there as well. That could cause blowing and drifting snow. And then as we get into next week, look at the low temperatures. Below zero, wind chills 20 to 25 below zero. High temperatures only in the single digits.
And still to come in sports, Green Bay is packing their bags for Dallas because the Packers are playoff bound. Hear from Matt LaFleur next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's.
Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrists will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
You love to see it. In what was supposed to be a rebuilding year for the Packers, they are headed to the playoffs, and they're the youngest team to make the postseason in nearly 50 years. Jordan Love played like an MVP in the back half of the season, finishing the year with the 2nd most touchdowns in the NFL, despite a bleak receiving core. The Packers open as heavy underdogs to the NFC's 2nd-seeded Dallas Cowboys and will face a familiar face in Mike McCarthy.
We obviously know we have a great challenge in front of us going down to Dallas against a team that they're 8-0 at home this year. I mean, they're littered with Pro Bowlers all over their roster. Great scheme, great coaches, great players. So, you know, our guys, they know it starts with the work that we put in and the preparation, and it's going to be a big week for us.
After beating yet another quality opponent in Nebraska on Saturday, the Badger men moved up to 15 in the latest AP poll. They've won 10 of their last 11 games and are the only team in the Big Ten still undefeated in conference play. Their elite offense has propelled them to their success, scoring more points this game than they have in 30 years. And how about those Packers?
Yep, we'll see what happens next week in the Big D. Let's get to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, first thing, just coming up on our Channel 3000 Facebook page, meteorologist Alex Harrington will be answering your weather questions just a little after 6:30. So if you have questions about the storm, make sure that you get them ready. But otherwise, the snow starting to show up on radar just to our southwest. It'll be in here by mid-evening.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.